Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. This is fourth quarter lights. Unfortunately, I am still on my couch trying to still get my office studio area done, but it is not yet. Moving, unpacking, whatever is a headache. So still on the couch, but wanted to get some videos in. 2.5 weeks until the Clemson game. But I wanted to get on here, obviously talk about the hot topic of Arik Gilbert at UGA. Nobody knows really what's going on except for the people inside of the program with Arik Gilbert. There may be some people that have speculated to say what is going on. I have no idea what's going on with Arik Gilbert. I can tell you that in situations like this where a player steps away from a team for whatever reason, whether it be mental health, personal issues, injury, unsatisfied about something, very rarely does it work out to the benefit of the team that he is stepping away from. So I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm also not one of these fans that has my head in the sand or wearing a blindfold and earplugs that just says, oh, everything's going to be just fine and dandy and Arik Gilbert will be out there on September 4th against Clemson. Because to be completely honest with you, I don't think that that's going to happen. And me personally, I would be completely shocked. I would be absolutely thrilled, but I would be completely shocked if Arik Gilbert wears a uniform for the University of Georgia and ever suits up in Athens. I would be shocked. If he plays against Clemson, I would be absolutely floored. I just do not see it happening, even though I have no idea what's going on in the situation. I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to bash the kid. Not what I'm here to do. But with situations like this, again, very rarely does it work out for the benefit of the team. Scott Cochran's situation, very similar. Personal issues. He's away from the team, whatever his issues were. So whatever Scott Cochran is dealing with, again, none of my business. But one of those situations where I don't see him ever coming back to UGA, coaching at UGA. He may go coach somewhere else. But he was looking for jobs last year. He wanted the Vandy head coaching job. He wanted to be an on-field coach. He got that at UGA, but he wants something more than a special teams coach. And so I would not be surprised whenever he does return to coaching football, wherever that will be. I do not think that it will be at the University of Georgia. I don't think that and it's the same situation with Arik Gilbert. Whenever he comes back to football, whenever he's ready, I don't think that that's at the University of Georgia. Again, I could be completely wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I think it is a massive blow to the team. I don't know looking at depth charts, projected depth charts and everything else, Arik Gilbert was penciled in as a starter at wide receiver, which obviously UGA needed with the loss of George Pickens to the ACL injury. And there is talent at UGA. This is one of the most, if not the most, talented wide receiver group that UGA has ever had, or at least close. If we had Pickens, obviously Arik Gilbert never would have came to UGA, and this wouldn't be an issue. But guess what? Pickens is out. Now Gilbert is gone, maybe. But we have to plan that way because he's not currently on the team or with the team. So he's gone. So who does that leave us with at wide receiver? Jermaine Burton, who I'm very high on. Everyone should be high on him. He's probably going to be our wide receiver one. And we have Kearis Jackson, who's going to play in the slot. Dom Blaylock coming back after his ACL injuries. Hopefully he's back to full strength. Marcus Rosemy Jack Saint, who was showing flashes and looked great last year in the little bit that he did play before breaking his ankle in the Florida game. He did catch that long touchdown pass there. Maybe he's our deep shot. I've heard good things about Justin Robinson, but Demetrius Robertson is gone. He's now at Auburn. He was going to be like wide receiver 5 or 6. And so when you looked at the wide receiver room, a month and a half ago, it was a lot different then than it is now. Arik Gilbert was penciled in as a starter. Demetrius Robertson was there as either a starter or right on the fringe of a starter. Good, depth player with a ton of experience, good speed. And now, and I forgot about Arian Smith, he's obviously going to get involved in the passing game too. But now a lot of that has changed. So I'm concerned about the wide receiver room for UGA, and it's not, again, because of lack of talent, but the lack of experience. Returning production from last season to this season for Jermaine Burton, Karis Jackson, and Rosemy Jack Saint is barely over 1,000 yards. If it is even 1,000, it's close, in like 6 or 7 touchdowns. Not a whole lot of production returning. So it's going to take time. It is going to take time for JT Daniels to figure out who his go-to guys are and get in chemistry with some of these new guys, and relearning chemistry with some of these guys that have been out. And it is definitely an area that I am concerned about. Other people are concerned about offensive line, something that I typically am not concerned about with UGA, because we always have one of the best offensive lines in the country. I understand that there's going to be some shuffling going on. We don't know exactly who's going to play what position, etc. But the talent is there. We'll figure it out. Matt Luke is a great offensive line coach. Kirby always has a great offensive line. Del McGee will definitely have some input, as the run game coordinator. But I'm not worried about that. The defense, from what I've heard, sounds great, even though defensive back is obviously still a little bit of a question mark. But again, this news about Arik Gilbert is huge, because we don't know what this means moving forward with a game coming up in 2.5 weeks. So again, I hope I'm wrong. I hope Arik Gilbert is back on the team today and participates in the scrimmage this weekend. But I just don't see it happening. I don't see him playing against Clemson. I don't see him ever coming back to UGA. But that's my opinion. Those are my views. I could be completely off base, completely wrong. But again, typically in scenarios and situations like this, very rarely does it come back to benefit the team. So there is going to be more videos coming. I told you there was going to be videos coming fast and furious. They are 2.5 weeks until the first Georgia game. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Hit the notification link so that you do not miss any of the videos that I post. Feel free to share it with friends, family, whoever.
Go Dogs.